Hello everyone, I am back to do my video on how to get pregnant with PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome. I have to say, to put out a disclaimer here right at the beginning, I'm not a doctor. I am definitely not an expert on this. I've done a lot of reading on it since I found out that I had it years and years ago. A lot more reading when we decided to try and have a baby. But I'm definitely not an expert, and there's a lot of questions I have about it. So I just had to get that out of the way. My experience with it, I started noticing. I'm 30 now, but when I was around age 18, I started to notice that I would go months and months without a period, and I think I let that go for a little too long before checking into it with a doctor, and so finally, when I did go see a doctor, I don't remember exact ages, but it was probably around 19, 20. They said that I needed to stay on birth control in order to regulate my periods. And I don't recall at that time anybody telling me about PCOS. I don't remember them saying to me, there's either a good chance that you have it or you do have it. But I know that around that same time, I also started putting on weight. And I had the problem with my irregular periods. So I should have always been on birth control around that age. I just wasn't good at taking it. I would miss pills. I would skip months. I just wasn't consistent with taking my pill. But as soon as I found out that regulated my periods, I tried to stay on the pill best that I could. So, and that worked. And up until around age, 23, 24, at one of my doctor's visits, is when I remember them first mentioning polycystic ovary syndrome to me, which I never heard of before. Then went home and researched it and talked to some family members and found out that I do have an aunt who also has it. And when I started looking online and reading about it, I was amazed that I had every single one of the symptoms. Amazed. Everything from the irregular periods to the weight gain, especially around my belly. I mean, that is where I hold all of my weight. I mean, I'm pregnant right now, so that's where the majority of my weight is right now. But but before pregnancy, I mean, even when I lost weight, I still had a lot of belly fat, and they say that is one of the bigger symptoms. Plus I'm really short. I'm only 5'2", so. That, along with, what do they call it, hirsutism? You get hair in places women shouldn't get hair, which is very embarrassing, and one of the harder things for me to deal with. Yeah, I hate that. It's, especially being a younger girl. I mean, I know I'm 30 now, I'm not super young, but it's just hard. That was really hard. So anyway, all of those symptoms, I wish I had my little book here because it's not all coming to me right now, but I had almost every single one of them. And so I just stuck with staying on the pill, and since, you know, at that time I wasn't worried about having a baby or anything, I did know that PCOS causes fertility issues, but that wasn't an issue for me at the time. So when my husband and I got married about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and we knew we were gonna try to have kids right away. We gave it a few months, but we'd already been together for like 5 years. So, and you know, he's 35 and I'm now 30. We didn't want to waste any more time. So we went and talked to the doctor and told her, you know, obviously she knows that I have PCOS. What can we do? We know this is going to be hard. We know that I'm not going to get pregnant right away. What can we do? What are the best steps to take? Because I don't want to have to struggle. I don't want this to be this emotional roller coaster that I know so many women have gone through. So at that time, I had already been working out. I had already been losing weight, which they say trying to get pregnant or not is one of the best things you can do for PCOS as far as the symptoms go. There's no cure for it. But if you lose weight, even 10% of your, I think it's 10% of your body weight, those symptoms just diminish. They go away. And, which I lost total before pregnancy, probably 25 pounds, give or take. I mean, when I got married, I think I was at my lowest weight. It was probably about 25, 30 pounds from my highest weight. But then I probably put on a few after the wedding. You know, I'm up and down all the time with my weight. But the lowest was about 30 pounds that I had lost, which was great for me. I mean, great for being 5'2". I noticed it in my clothes, in my face, everything. It was great. And I did notice some of the PCOS symptoms go away. Now, she also put me on something called metformin, which I believe is a drug that's prescribed to diabetics to do something. See, again, not a doctor. I just know I told her I need something else to help me. I'm exercising my butt off. I'm not losing a lot of weight. It's coming off so slowly. What can you give me to help this along? And she checked into it and she came back with the metformin. And I took that. I think I was taking, I don't know, 1 or 2 pills a day. And that helped. So when we started trying, I just kept up with my exercising. I kept up with the metformin, and we tried for 6 months, and I got pregnant in the 6th month. So that's really all I did. I didn't do anything special. I just lost weight, and I just exercised. I got healthy, and I didn't even lose a bunch of weight. I just exercised. That's the main thing. I got healthy. I mean, not to the point where it was overdone, where I never had anything sweet. I never had a cheeseburger. But for the majority of it, I did. I mean, I was doing really well with my exercise, and that's the biggest key. I truly believe that, and I truly believe that that's why I got pregnant. I wanted to do this video because when I was trying to get pregnant, and I was, you know, reading about it online, every chance I could, reading stories and reading this and reading that about women who've gone through this, I found a lot of negative stories, and you know, my heart goes out to every woman who tries to have a baby and can't for any reason, whether it's having the PCOS or not. I know that from what I found reading is women who have PCOS, God, struggle so hard, and even if they do get pregnant, have miscarriages, and God, I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. Like I said, my heart goes out to all of those women. But it was really disconcerting for me and really hard because it got me down and made me think, God, this is never going to happen. Because it was few and far between where I found a story where a woman actually got pregnant. So a lot of the things that you find on the internet are of, you know, the bad stories, unfortunately. So I want to put this out there. It's a good story. I had polycystic ovaries. I still have it. I'll probably always have it. Like I said, there's not a cure for it. But I did what the doctor said. I exercised. I got healthy. In 6 months, I was pregnant. And I've had an extremely healthy pregnancy. I mean, I haven't ate completely healthy, so don't take it that way. I just mean the baby's been healthy. I haven't had any problems. I didn't have any bad nausea, sickness in the beginning. Well, I had a little bit of nausea, but I did never, I mean, not once have I thrown up. I've had a great pregnancy. Besides, you know, gaining a lot of weight, I've had a great pregnancy. My baby is doing great. I have a little girl. I'm having a little girl, and couldn't be happier. So hopefully that this helps some women, and I'm sure I left some things out. If you have questions, please just comment on the video, or however, I don't know if you go to I'll link this to the blog, and you can go to the blog and leave a comment. However you want to do it, I'm more than willing to answer questions about things that I know about. So did I leave anything out? I don't know. This is already too long, so I'll just leave it at that. And good luck to everyone trying to have a baby with PCOS. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Talk to you later. Bye.